This is an excerpt from an essay in progress. When I was 7 years old, Beanie Babies rose to international fame. My poor parents bought me dozens of the plush animals, $5 a piece, which came in garish colors like magenta, violet, lime, favorites among poisonous frogs. My older brother had outgrown fads. While I was busy sorting my Beanie Babies by species or training them for the Beanie Baby Olympics, my brother did not hesitate to let me know that I was falling prey to a gimmick. Think of what else you could buy with that money, he once told me. Just you wait, I said. Someday all of these will be worth a fortune, and then you'll be sorry. Someday came and went about 1 year later, by which time I'd accumulated 2 large crates of worthless Beanie Babies. Even these somehow didn't seem like enough. I scoured the internet for new editions, intent on collecting until I'd owned them all. Sometimes I wondered what this moment would feel like, having them all. I envisioned my body supine on a bed, arms at my sides, covered with Beanie Babies. The scene was oddly mournful, as if I were finally returning to my natural state. Presumably I would decompose into some sort of polyester blend, which could then disperse underground and nourish the little plastic seeds of future scams. I created entire worlds with these toys. My most notable feat took place at Earth Force Camp, where each year I could temper my fear of the outdoors with my love of science. Teenagers from the local YMCA would babysit us in the Great Swamp National Wildlife Refuge, a marshy expanse of central New Jersey. July was sweltering and the air hissed with crickets. Hikes and experiments filled our days at camp, picking raspberries, chasing toads, dipping nets into algae. We learned that frogs breathe through their skin, so I always made sure to wet my hands in the cool pond water before cuddling them. There was something egalitarian about nature, which did not seem to notice as I walked through it, whether I was as fast or as handsome as the other children. Even the campers forgot to care. We assumed the same indifference as the green hills and their lazy blooms, stretching for miles around us. Only on bus rides did we revert to politics as usual. This was when counselors let us take toys out of our backpacks to pass the time. On a trip to the nearby lake, one friend shared a 2-seater with me. I no longer remember his name, but I can assure you it was something classic, or maybe biblical, like Daniel. 2 of our Beanie Babies had fallen in love, a bear and a frog. And we were busy planning the wedding. Who would be invited? I pointed to a stuffed bird across the aisle, and Daniel agreed. He should come. We continued growing a list. I with secret delight that another boy could be so domestic. Soon we enlisted the help of Daniel's brother across the aisle, and the entire row was noisy with wedding gaiety. Pun intended. Ready to perform the ceremony, I checked the tags of our bride and groom to confirm their names. Per Beanie Baby tradition, the tag on each animal would include a rhyme, usually about the animal's hobbies or recent adventures. In the sunlight of my bus window, I read the first one aloud. Eventually, I noticed something peculiar, which I shouted so every camper on the bus could hear. They're lesbians. Both our bear and our frog, according to their tags, were she. The animals could only marry, I resolved to Daniel, if they were lesbians. I had not finished speaking before my least favorite counselor, a prim taskmaster named Colleen, appeared beside my row. Who said that? She asked. No one answered. Who said that mean name? Daniel and his brother pointed to me. Do not say that word, she said, ducking next to my seat. Lesbian is a very bad word. She waited a moment, expecting me to defend myself. Feeling foolish, I looked at the bear in my left hand, the frog in my right. What was there to explain? I was playing with toys, I told myself, and had gotten carried away. Thank you.